Nerd Fishy says, live long and prosper. My little Vulcan in training over here. Live long and prosper. Welcome back to Family Tanks. What's your name?
My name is Zosia.
My name's Dad. No, my name's Scott, and we are going to give you a little update on the aquariums, the dual aquarium builds, because we got some big news,
and
right?
we have a surprise coming.
Surprise, surprise, surprise. Why don't we start with a surprise?
Okay,
so we're going to start with a surprise. So, and what are we doing, Snickerdoodle?
We'll be putting our new starfish in the tank.
New additions. You just gave it away. No, it's okay. So we got some new stuff. We got new stuff, right? We got what? What do we get? What are these guys?
We got some new cardinal tetras.
We got some additional cardinal tetras for the planted tank, right? And then we got some, what are these guys over here? Do you remember what they're called? Snails. But we got bumblebee snails for the reef that helps clean up some little this and that. And I'm hoping, if we're lucky, and I'll get into it a little later, they're going to predate on something that we don't want, as well as
a starfish.
Well, what kind? It's not technically a starfish. It isn't a conoderm, but it's not technically a starfish. Do you remember what I told you it was called? A brittle star. A bristle toad. We got a bristle toad. No, we got a brittle star, and they're great because they reach into little places and pick out food and gross things and like that, and that's what we're gonna have to do. So we're gonna get to letting these guys loose. They've been acclimating, and we'll show you some close-ups of the tanks, and stay tuned. Okay, so the first one we're gonna let loose here are the new cardinal tetras. So we've been slowly populating the tank with cardinal tetras and ember tetras, a little bit at a time. So today we're adding another 5. See these guys there, looking good. They are a little bit, pale right now because of the stress of being in a bag. These are actually captive bred cardinal tetras. Fun fact, Zosia. Cardinal tetras are one species of fish where the wild-caught tetras actually are not really environmentally a problem at all. Cardinal tetras are very, very easily sustainably harvested for aquarium fish in the wild. So why do I get the captive bred kind? They live in relatively soft blackwater tributaries of the Amazon, and our local tap water is a little bit more, it's got a higher hardness, it's got a higher general hardness, a little bit higher carbonate hardness, and the captive bred ones, because they're bred in water, which is more similar to ours, seem to do a little better. They're a little more expensive, but they do better. As a matter of fact, they do amazing. So why don't you get some shots of the fish? They're there meeting their buddies, and we'll get on to the saltwater stuff. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna put in is we've just finished acclimating these guys. Do you remember what these are called, Zosia?
Bumblebee snails.
Bumblebee snails. Let me see if I can show you these through the cup a little bit. They've got these cool stripes, okay? And bumblebee snails are neat in the sense that they are true omnivores. So they will eat some algae and detritus like a lot of other snails, well, mostly algae. But they are also have a carnivorous streak, and they will eat little pieces of meat and things like that. And that serves 2 really important functions that we want inside the reef, okay? One is that they will pick up little pieces of food left behind that if the fish don't catch it, it washes into a corner of a rock. They'll eat that, which is excellent because we want them to do that. But they will also potentially eat a pest snail that we have in a reef called a vermitid snail. But hopefully they will prey on those a little bit and help solve that problem as well, or at least keep it at bay, right? So here we go. Our next guest is already crawling out of the cup, so we're gonna get to that in a second. So let's put our snails in. And these guys are already fully acclimated. I'm just taking them from this cup into the reef. And you lay them out, and they will find their way and go about and do their cool snail business. Doing their snaily stuff.
It's very pretty.
They're getting snaily with it. There we go, yeah. And one more. We're putting 6 in today. And these guys will root around under the gravel. They will get in all the nooks and crannies and do stuff. And to your point, I think they're kind of cool looking, personally. Okay, and last but not least, and most exciting, what are we putting in?
Our starfish, and we have a name. So
It's not a starfish. What's it called?
Oh my gosh.
It is an echinoderm, like a starfish,
A
but it is
brittle star.
a brittle star. See if you can get a shot from above. That's a better way to get a shot of this
Should
guy.
we reveal the name right now?
Yes, what's its name gonna be? You picked out an awesome name for this guy.
Empanada.
It's Empanada, the brittle star.
Tell me what else.
Because why not? Because what's our naming convention for the reef tank?
Food.
Foods. Okay, let's get a shot of this guy. And he's gonna go and find a hole to hide in. So that is just a regular common brittle star. And the cool thing about that guy is you're not gonna see him a whole lot. Maybe right when you first turn the lights on, you might see him because they are typically nocturnal. They hide pretty much all the time. But at night, they come out and they use those long legs and they will reach in all the little nooks and crannies and pick out little pieces of food and little things that are left behind. And because they've got such long skinny arms, they're really awesome at reaching into hard to reach spots. So right now he's just trying to find a place to hide. And there he goes. So there we go. We've got our cardinal tetras, our bumblebee snails, and Empanada, the brittle star.
I was about to say starfish, man. My bad.
Everybody thinks they're starfish, but technically they are not. Right? And they are awesome though. They're still echinoderms. Anyway, what do you tell everybody on all of our beautiful viewers until our next exciting installment?
Subscribe, and thank you for watching.
Thank you so much for watching. Definitely hit the subscribe button, and we will catch you next time with more animal adventures. Bye-bye.